leading LFP cells arranged in a CTB honeycomb structure, compromising voltage. It outputs at both 120 and 240 volts to support 99% of household applications. A single unit outputs 7,400 watts, so even your big power-hungry appliances keep going and going. Not to mention full support for EV charging hubs. Connect up to 10 extra battery packs for a whopping 60 kilowatt hours of storage and a 14,000 watt output. Everything's made possible by the smart transfer switch, where you effortlessly connect Jackery 5000 Plus to your home's electrical system. This gives you intelligent control over power from the grid. Recharge the batteries with most third-party photovoltaic systems or Jackery Solar Saga 500X portable solar panels. So, if there's a blackout, your entire home automatically reverts to battery power with no need for a noisy, smelly backup generator. With Jackery 5000 Plus, life goes on uninterrupted, unbound by the limits of the grid.
Good evening, everybody. James here from the Dragon Blogger team and Jackery team to give you guys a beautiful New Year's Eve show. That's right, it is New Year's. It's 2025. Hopefully you guys didn't have too much of a big celebration last night and you're ready for this show tonight. We're here. We're going to have some fun. It is definitely nice and bright in here. Probably have a little bit too much lighting on tonight. We're going to deal with it. It's just one of those things. Now, hopefully my fan keeps on and keeps going, because I'm telling you guys, during wintertime in my apartment, it stays above 100 and it's crazy hot. Now, with that, how's everybody doing? Did everybody celebrate, have fun, stay safe, and all of the other good stuff? Oh, hopefully you guys did. Now, with that also being said, you guys might see that banner right there, that 5% off banner. We do have that 5% off banner, guys. If you spend over $1,000 tonight, you can get 5% off of that purchases. That's right, 5% off of your $1,000 purchase of Jackery products. We also have that banner rotating down there for you guys. So that banner is going to show you guys 3 different products. That's correct, 3 different products. First and foremost is going to be the 300. That's right, the Jackery Explorer 300 for $169. That's a $90 savings. You'll also see the Jackery 300 plus 100 watt solar panel banner for, I think it's like $299. I did not see that in the carousel, but it is on sale tonight, guys, for you. We also have the Jackery Explorer 2000 plus and 200 watt solar panel kit for $18.99. That's a $1,200 savings for you guys tonight. So if you guys need, we'll be posting those deals throughout the show inside of chat. We'll also post that 5% discount code for you guys, just in case you can't see it in that banner. I do have the banner kind of large. Hopefully you guys can see it. And I do apologize if you guys can't, because well, there's a lot of product to show. Now we're going to start the show off with the 300. That is, of course, a 35% savings tonight at $169. Now the 300 is a beautiful power station that hopefully I don't drop off the table. If you guys saw that, that was a nice one. This is the 300. 293 watt hours of power in a 7-pound package. And 7 pounds is very, very acceptable and can be carried pretty much anywhere. This is going to do very well for most settings, whether it be quick emergencies, hiking, camping, or anything of the sort. Now, it does come with all the cables that you're going to need, including a charging cable for the wall, and of course, maybe a solar panel cable, I think, and some other stuff like that. With this is the original housing. It's got the original handle. It's got that nice fixed handle, beautiful large logo on the top. Now, it will take approximately 3.5 hours to fully charge this device on a wall plug. It's actually quite acceptable charge time for the technology that this was created with. And I'm going to tell you guys, honestly, it is still a very relevant station, and that's why we show it to you guys. Now, with it on the bottom, you guys are going to see those silicone pads, and you guys are also going to notice that we have Fernando in chat, guys. Fernando is actually part of the Jackery team, so if you guys have questions, Fernando is here to kind of answer those if I don't know the answers to them. Now, like I said, silicone pads on the bottom of these stations. What are those silicone pads for? Well, first and foremost, it's for a couple different reasons. First is so you guys can set it on surfaces that you may be worried about scratching, scuffing, or damaging. Second is to help stop the shocking absorbance of the device. Now, it is a lithium battery system that will take about 3.5 hours to fully charge on the DC wall plug. Now, we can do it a different way as well because there's a USB-C port. That USB-C port is a 60 watt in and out port. It's a bi-directional port. Hey, Warwick, what's up, buddy? How you doing, my man? How are you doing? Happy New Year's, my man. Now, if you use that 60 watt bi-directional port, you guys can use that and that DC plug, and you guys can have this charged in 2 hours. That's actually a nice charge time. Now, if you want to, though, you guys also have 2 of these beautiful USB-A ports, 5 volt, 2.4 amps. On the opposite side, you got this amazing dual plug system. You got 2 American Standard AC outlets. These AC outlets are going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 500 if you guys need a little extra for you. Now, 293 watt hours of power in a nice little device that doesn't even have a cigarette lighter plug. 12 volt, 10 amp. Also has that nice little screen. If I hold it down and turn it on, you guys might be able to see that beautiful screen right there. On the side, cooling air technology. This is your venting to go over the battery and the electronics to keep it nice and happy. Your charge time, like I said, 3.5 hours on a wall plug, 2 hours with the USB-C port, 3.5 hours in your car if you want to plug it on a cigarette car lighter. If you guys get it by itself, $169. If you get it with the 100 watt solar panel, $299. Now, if you get it with the solar panel, right, that's going to be this beautiful 100 watt solar panel. 4.5 hours is your charge rate. Now, this is a bifacial solar panel, which is a great little thing. Now, like I said, I believe we forgot to put the actual 2-piece kit in the carousel tonight. So if you do need to, on the 300 page, guys, it's right there. You guys will see the 300 plus the 100 watt panel piece. $299 is going to be your price tag for that with the solar panel. 4.5 hours is your charge rate. When fully charged, though, you guys can run a Nintendo Switch for about 40 hours if you wanted to. 15 DSLR batteries. Approximately 12 cell phone batteries. If you guys want to, you could run that Wi-Fi router, guys, for about 14 to 15 hours off of this without a problem. This thing is a beast in its own right. The lightweightness of 7 pounds, and of course less than 10 pounds for the solar panel. This is a perfect kit. This is a great, great kit. So if you guys need, this would definitely be a good way to start off the New Year's with this nice and little portable power station. It'd be great for camping, hiking, or whatever you really wanted to. Now, you guys noticing me, I have an itch, and I think I'm going to sneeze, so I'm going to turn around, guys, and I'm going to mute the microphone real quick. Hopefully, I muted that in time. I had to sneeze. It happens. So any questions about the 300? And if you guys have those questions, definitely answer. Now, you guys can do more than what I just said. You guys could do about 6 drone batteries with this. You guys can run a mini cooler. You can even do that big flat screen TV back there. Well, technically a little bit smaller than the one I have. I have actually a large TV. So anywhere from 32-inch to 42-inch flat screen TV, guys, about 4.5 hours of runtime. Your laptop, about 4 charges. This is a beautiful piece of technology. The 300, guys, is an amazing one at a great deal today. This is definitely a New Year's Eve deal. If you guys are looking for something like that, I would check it out. You won't be disappointed with that. What's new, my friend? What's new? Now, we have a couple of very cool pieces. We have the 2,000 plus variants in the carousel tonight, guys. We're going to show you guys that deal. That's that 2,000 plus and 2 of those 200 watt solar panels. $1,899. That's a 42% savings. Now, this is a really nice and beautiful station. And if I can actually get it to do what I want today, because the camera table is a little set off today. I forgot to adjust it properly. But we're going to go into this. This is the 2000. Now, the 2000 plus system is a beautiful system that's modular. Now, we always talk about standalone or modular. To me, modular just means you guys can add batteries to it, all right? If you guys want to go that range. With this 2,042 watt hours of power in a 62-pound package. At 62 pounds, they actually added this very beautiful, let's pop up here and kind of show you. 2 large 3-inch wheels. Those large 3-inch wheels are there for a reason because they want to make sure you guys can wheel the system around. Now, it does have a telescopic aluminum handle that actually folds up in the back of the housing, but it makes it look like a suitcase or a rollable ice chest, which is kind of cool. Now, it does have 2 large orange handles, so you guys can still lift it up and put it on tables, kind of like I do for these shows up here. With this device, you do have 2 USB-C ports. Those USB-C ports are 100-watt capable ports. Now, you also have 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max charging capability as well. Above that is a 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug hidden behind a cover. And on the opposite side, you have 5 AC outlets. 4 of those are your standard American 3-prong. And then you have that 5th NEMA-style plug. Now, that 5th NEMA-style plug can actually be used to connect up to, and I'm going to tell you guys properly, it can be connected up to, of course, the manual transfer switch. Now, that's a separate switch that will have to be connected up to your house. It does have a large display. It does work with the app. The app is completely, of course, accessible from Android or iOS. So that means, you guys, if you have your Samsung S24s, you guys can use it. If you have Apple phones, you guys can use it there as well. With this, of course, it's going to take approximately 2 hours to fully charge, which is actually a quick charge time for a system of this size. Now, when fully charged, you'll be able to do multiple devices without a problem. But if you had 6 of those beautiful 200-watt panels, again, 2 hours is your charge time. At 2 hours, you have a quick charge rate with this system. Now, it's kind of cool that you guys can do it that way, but if you want to do it in your car while you're driving, let's say you're heading down to the racetrack in another state. Maybe you guys are heading from up Maine all the way down to Florida for the last junior drags of the year or something like that. 25-hour car drive, guys. It'll be fully charged and ready for you when you get there, which is amazing, amazing deal. Can be used as an EPS. It's got a 0.20 milliseconds of EPS switchover, which is actually a very, very quick switchover time. So if you lose power, it will still keep running most certain devices. The only devices you may want to check is going to be like your medical devices or like your data centers. Some of those data centers may switch off. So you want to just make sure that 20 milliseconds is quick enough to switch over, that you won't lose the stuff you're trying to use with this. Now, like most of these systems, they're either 30 decibels or below, so they're very silent running. You literally could put these near a baby, and it would allow the baby to sleep through the night without a problem. Another cool part is these are actually very acceptable to be used inside the house compared to gas generators, right? Gas generators you can't use in the house. These ones can be used in the house, and you don't have to worry about it. They're safe for the house. It is a LiFePO4 system. It's going to give you about 4,000 charge cycles at 100% charge capacity of the battery. After that first 4,000 charge cycles, or 10 years, it's going to drop down to about 70 to 80% battery capacity, but should still give you a long lifespan past that, which is amazing. Now, it does have, of course, that class UL drop protection and fire retardant shell. Could technically run a welding machine if you wanted to. Now, when fully charged in that 2-hour charge time, you have multiple points of connection, which means you guys can actually run, let's say, a CPAP machine for approximately 40 hours. You guys could do a 200-watt desktop PC for about 12 hours. You could even do a 520-watt refrigerator for about 3 hours, or 1,150-watt window AC for about 2 hours. Movie night out back would also be great, guys, because you could use the 2,000 plus kit outside, out back, and have that running for approximately 14 hours. That's a long marathon. Let's go there. For the women that just got out of the shower and need to dry their hair, that hair dryer is about 1,600 watts of power. You get over an hour runtime off of this system without a problem. Now, like I said, technically you could use a welding machine with this, so about half an hour or more of runtime, about 5,800 watts of draw is what that's going to be. If you want to, though, 60 cell phone charges, 45 drone batteries, and you guys can even do a blender out back, frozen daiquiris, milkshakes, whatever you really want to, 4.5 to 5 hours. The system by itself with 2 solar panels, guys, is $1,899. That's a 42% savings. You don't just have to get the system by itself, but you guys can get it with the battery that's sitting above it and those 2 solar panels for $2,999. Normally, it's a $5,000 price tag. It's a 40% savings. The moment you added that battery, you just doubled your actual battery capacity, which means you doubled your runtime on every device that we just talked about. This just made it 4,085 watt hours of power with a single battery. Now, you guys can add up to 5 batteries, but the 4,000 plus kit by itself is a battery, a station, and 2 solar panels. Now, like I said, though, once you did that, you just doubled your runtime. So that means you guys can run, let's say, the desktop PC for 24 hours, your refrigerator over 4.5 hours, that window AC about 4 hours. You guys could even do a microwave for 3.25 hours, or 28 hours with, of course, that projector out back. Now, cell phones, 120 cell phone charges. That's going to be like a 29 watt or 4,200 milliamp battery. Now, if you want to, 90 drone batteries, you guys can do that blender for 10 hours. I'm not sure who's going to be out back making that many margaritas or that many things. Been busy. Oh, hey, at least you're busy, man. I'm glad that you're, keeping busy and all that. It's definitely, one of them years. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I really, really do. It's always glad to see you, my man. Now, if you want to do like hand drills, electric drills, chainsaws, guys, electric drill, anywhere from 400 watts to 700 watts, you're going to get up to about 6 hours of runtime. If you're using, let's say, an electric chainsaw, 4 hours with, of course, the battery. You can add up to 5 batteries with this system. The moment you add 5 batteries to the system, you have 12 kilowatts of hour power. Now, the way that is added is the 5 batteries plus that beautiful piece. Will this power pack run a medical CPAP machine? Yes. Yep. Sure would. Not a problem. It would definitely run your CPAP machine and a coffee maker. Not an issue. Now, this system, like I said, with the batteries and the station, 12 kilowatts of hour power with 5 of those batteries, but you can run it in parallel. Now, if you want to run it in parallel with the second 5,000 or 2,000, you can actually do that. So, second 2,000 plus can be ran in parallel with 10 batteries. The moment you do that, you have, of course, 24 kilowatts of hour power. Now, with 12 kilowatts of hour power, you should be able to run your house for at least a few days without a problem. With most devices, when you add up, of course, 24 kilowatts of hour power, you should be able to get about 5 days or so of runtime. Now, the system by itself is going to be about $1,499, normally a $2,000 price tag. That's a 25% savings for a system by itself. If you want the system with the batteries, I'm going to always tell you guys, go with the full kit. You cannot go wrong with the full 4,000 kit. It's just a beautiful little piece. That system right there does come with the linking cables. It comes with the charging cables as well. This system, of course, if you get the kit, battery, station, 2 solar panels. Get 4 more of those 200 watt solar panels, and guys, you can have it charged in no time, and you don't have to pay the electric bill. Cool part about it is if you guys, if you want to take it camping, take the solar panels with you, charge it while you're camping, and you don't have a problem. Now, yes, it is a larger machine. It is, of course, 60 plus pounds by itself. That's why they gave you those large wheels to allow you to roll it around. And I love that they added that. Yeah, Billy, you can definitely run a CPAP machine without a problem. I've ran a CPAP machine on some of the smaller ones for a night without a problem. It will depend on if you're using the heated mask or not. I do apologize, everybody. Any other questions about the 2,000 pluses? And like I said, the 2,000 plus with 2 solar panels, guys, is $1,899. That's a 42% savings. The 4,000 kit is a 40% savings. Normally a $5,000 price tag. It is coming in at $3,000, or about $1 under $3,000. Let's just go there, all right? The station by itself, $1,500, guys. That's a good deal. It's an amazing deal of a system. So, cool little piece, awesome little option. It can run pretty much whatever you want, from gaming PCs to, of course, your kitchen stove. You guys can technically plug in a kitchen stove into this and run that. Kitchen stoves are usually about 800 watts of power or so. So, you have a nice variety of pieces right there. I love that one. It's amazing little stuff. Now, we're going to start talking about, the 100 plus. Now, remember, guys, you're going to see those rotating banners. If you guys spend over $1,000 today, You can use that 5% discount code and you'll get another 5% off of that $1,000 purchase of Jackery products. Now remember, it does have to be Jackery products, guys. You can't just have a bunch of random items from other companies. That code will not work. It's only going to work for Jackery products. Now we're going to move over to the 100 Plus, which is a nice little portable and mini little power station. Now this is actually a 2-pound package. At 2 pounds can be taken on an airplane because it is TSA approved, which means you guys can go through that checkpoint without having to be worried that you're going to be drawn on into a private room and searched. I'm just joking, guys. You may still get searched. Alright, just going to mess around, guys. Just having fun. Calm down. Alright, 2-pound package, light, portable. Comes with a 100-watt 100-watt cable. This is a USB-C to USB-C cable. This cable is, of course, capable of 100 watts pass-through in bi-directions. It also has a USB-C to DC plug. This is going to be your 8020 adapter plug. 99 watt-hours of power, 31,000 milliamps. This is a nice piece. At 2.2-pound package, you guys can put this in your purse, backpack, your pants pockets if you guys wear those Jinko jeans. You know who you are if you're still wearing them. I know you skaters. All right. Now with this, you got 2 USB-C ports. Those USB-C ports are 100-watt bi-directional capable ports. That means you guys have this device fully charged in under an hour off of that USB-C port, or you guys can plug it into a solar panel and charge it that way as well. On the opposite side, you have the USB-A 18-watt port and, of course, that beautiful power switch. Now, when you turn that power switch on, you're going to be greeted with that beautiful screen. Now, that beautiful screen is going to tell you guys the battery percentage and, of course, your input and output of the plugs that you're running. With this device, it will run a Nintendo Switch for about 4.5 hours by itself. I had a Nintendo Switch and a portable monitor hooked up to this, and we got about 3.5 hours on a stream while it did that, which was kind of cool. You'll be able to charge your iPhone 14 approximately 6 times off of this, or your Samsung users approximately 5 times. For the MacBook Air users, your 16-inch MacBooks, guys, 6 hours of runtime is what you're going to get. That's a decent little runtime, and of course, very portable and capable of being taken anywhere. I mean, I can sit here and just toss it around all day if we wanted to. I don't recommend it, but hey, you could. Now, it's got a 94V-0 flame retardant shell and a 2743 drop protection. Now, that drop protection is about 35 to 36 inches. At 35 to 36 inches, this is protected from a fall. I can tell you I dropped it actually 7 feet. No damages, nothing like that, but I also don't recommend dropping it at 7 feet. Let's just go there. It's a lithium battery. You don't want to drop lithium batteries too hard, but they do make the protections just to protect it in case of small accidents and dings and bangs. Of course, me being me, I have to move these quite a bit back and forth because I work out of my living room for these streams and you have to put them away. The 100 Plus is $129, guys. This is actually a 13% savings. At 13%, you have the perfect little portable station. This would be great for all of those college student kids or the person just going on a camping trip that wants to keep their electronics charged, ranging from their cell phones to their tablets. This would also make a great little piece to add into the back of your car to allow the kids' tablets to run on your trip to grandma's house during the holidays. This would be a great little gift. If you need the 100 Plus, guys, perfect little piece. Now, I'm going to try and find somewhere to set this down. I am not correctly set up for this. We're going to show you guys the 240 V2, and that just means version 2. Now, version 2 is kind of cool. I do see I messed up and forgot one thing tonight, and that's the Mini 40 solar panel, which I could step aside and grab in a second. 240 V2, guys. 240 V2 is 256 watt-hours of power and an 8-pound package. And 8 pounds, guys, this has got a handle. You guys can carry it around all day long without a problem. Now, with this device, version 2 actually has some new technologies like LiFePO 4 cells. It's also got what's called Charge Shield 2.0. Charge Shield 2.0 is a really cool little piece of technology, which means you guys can have this fully charged in under 2 hours by itself in standard fast charging mode. But if you go into the app, and that's right, it's got app control, you guys can actually fast charge this in emergency charging mode in 1 hour time, which is kind of cool. 256 watt hours of power. You guys have a USB-C port that's 100 watt bidirectional, a USB-C that's an output port at 15 watts, and a USB-A port at 15 watts as well. Above that, 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighted plug, and of course that beautiful little flashlight that has single brightness or SOS pattern. App control means you guys can turn on all these switches or off these switches by the phone control, which means if you guys want to, shut it down and you're good to go. Your charge time, like I said, 2 hours standard fast charging mode, 1 hour if you want to go to that quick charge mode if you need. When fully charged, there's actually going to be able to run a 10 watt Bluetooth speaker for about 16 hours. You guys should be able to do a drone battery about 4 times, laptop about 3 times, or your phones about 12 times. Now, $249 is your normal price tag, but I believe there's a clippable coupon for about $70 off. So you're going to get a nice little savings there. If you want to use that 45 watt house fan, about 4 hours is your run time. 2 hours with the mini fridge, 14 hours with your Wi-Fi router, 20 hours with the lamp, or 4 hours with a 32-inch 60 watt TV. Now you guys can do heated blankets, you guys can do pet pads, you guys can even do your pet fish tanks if you truly needed to with that. Now this is a great little piece by itself, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to step up a quick second and I'm going to grab the Mini 40 because it's like 3 feet away from me. Now I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm always going to recommend it. Go with the kit. Go with the kit. Always grab a kit because you're going to have more accessories. Now it may cost a little bit more, but you're getting more wide variety of usage. Now you're going to get this Mini 40 solar panel and the station. It is literally an 11-pound package. At 11 pounds, this is very capable of being taken pretty much anywhere from hiking, camping, and all of those other cool little positions and places that you normally wouldn't take a system. Now with this, it's $350, but there's a $50 clippable coupon. Now you got a system that can run pretty much whatever you want because it's got that AC outlet. Now that AC outlet's going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 600, which means you guys can plug in a TV or you guys can plug in other devices without a problem and run that. But if you want to, grab the Mini 40 solar panel and have it fully charged in about 7.5 hours. Now this Mini 40 solar panel is fully waterproof, water resistant for harsh and wet weather, but it only weighs 2.5 pounds. At 2.5 pounds, this can be put and carried pretty much anywhere. Now this device is approximately 12 inches tall by 10 inches wide and can do whatever you really need and charge your systems at a great rate. This is a cool little piece and it's a great little kit. 240V2 guys, this is a phenomenal kit. Now I'm going to set this down and out of my way because I believe, let me check. Now for some reason, I'm trying to see if we have this corrected here. Alright, so the 300 pluses are actually sold out, guys, so we're not going to click on those tonight. We're going to show you guys the 500. So I do apologize. I do know that we had the 300 plus in the carousel, but they look like they're sold out. So we'll just kind of jump over that. Let's do the 500. Now the 500 is a really amazing system for you guys. If you guys want to talk about the 300 plus, we'll go back to that in a little bit. But since I do know it looks sold out from the carousel, yeah, definitely it looks sold out to me. So yeah, it is sold out. Cool. Just want to make sure. So we're going to talk about the 500, guys. The 500 is an original housing fixture, and it's a beautiful station. Move over to the table, and we'll zoom on down in there for you guys with this. So that's the 500. 518 watt hours of power. It shows sold out on my side, Fernando. Did I miss something? It is definitely, when you click the product, Fernando, it shows sold out. I'm clicking on the, you want to check that for me real quick? Because I'm clicking on the product on itself. And it says, it's like, I can't even, I don't see it. Maybe I'm missing it. All right. Fernando says there's actually 300s in stock, so we're going to show you guys the 300 pluses. Okay? I can do that. That's not a problem. Yeah, I'm clicking on it and it's showing no prices for me. So that's my bad then. What do we have? 300 plus. Yeah, it's like I'm clicking on it in my carousel and it shows no prices. So that's why I didn't. 300 plus, guys. This is a cool one. 288 watt hours of power. 8-pound package, which is nice and light. This is a nice one for you guys if you're looking for something like this. Now, it does have that nice little handle. It can be folded up, put away with this. Is charged by a 3-prong wall plug, of course, with this. It has the AC outlet. The AC outlet's a 3-prong American standard outlet. It does 300 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 600. You do have the 2 USB-C ports. One's a 100-watt port bi-directional. The other is, of course, a USB-C 15-watt output. Now, above that is a 15-watt USB-A and a 12-volt 10-amp plug. Now, I mentioned the 12-volt 10-amp plug quite a bit. This is a cigarette lighter style adapter. Now, this adapter will allow you to plug in, let's say, your old fuzz dusters, your guys' certain styles of plugs. Let's say like your air mattresses. You guys can even do air compressors that plug into this style of things. It will allow you to do that. It will also allow you to plug in what's called the 12-volt charging cable for like car batteries. Now, it's not going to let you jump start it, but that will allow you to plug into that. Now, you do have the flashlight that does, of course, single light brightness and, of course, standard brightness modes. Now, with this, of course, has that nice, beautiful screen for you as well. Can be fully charged in under an hour and a half time with that. Now, that's actually a good little charge time with this, of course, on hand. And that's actually very beautifully well done. Now, with that, of course, on hand, you guys can do pretty much whatever you need with it and however you want. And I kind of like that it has those options for you with it on hand. It's just one of those things, of course, as well. Now, here is the cool little part about this. The hour and a half charge rate, when fully charged, 288 watt hours power, will allow you to run a fan, a 45 watt house fan, for over 4.5 hours. You guys can even do a drone 5 times. If you want to do a laptop, about 3 charges, or of course 13 cell phone batteries, you have that variation and varieties with this. Now, you guys can do more than that. It's not just going to stop you there with that. You guys can do, of course, a mini fridge. You guys can do DSLR batteries. You guys can do, of course, lamps. You can even do that TV, heating pads. Again, your own heated blanket if you really wanted to, or the lighting camera gear around me. Now, I'm going to actually turn on this actual device because I do have some lights hanging around here. We'll actually turn this on and let's see if I can grab a cable. Let's do this. Let's just grab this USB cable and we'll turn the light that's not on over here. You guys will notice the light will come on. And then, of course, we have that screen. The screen is now lit up and it's actually charging the device. At 8 pounds, this is a perfect little piece. And it will do well for you guys. Now, you guys could also get the 300 plus with that mini 40 solar panel. Again, it's another 11-pound package. This would be perfect for all of those out there that need a kit or system with this. This is actually a really great piece. If you guys are looking, 300 plus and mini 40 solar panel, you can't go wrong with either of these. Any questions on any of the social medias? Let's check. Nope, no questions on any of those. Guys, 300, beautiful little piece, nice, portable, capable of doing pretty much whatever you need as you need to do with it. Add that mini 40 solar panel, you can't go wrong. Truly, truly can't. Now that's what we were talking about. Now we're going to move back, and somehow my carousel's messed up. Yeah, thank you, Fernando. Yeah, it's like I said, when I'm looking at it through my my carousel on our side, and it shows no prices. So usually when it shows no prices, it's usually sold out. Now we're going to talk about the 500. Now the 500s are cool. Hey, Travel Diva, what's up? How are you doing? Long time no see. Let's talk about that 500, guys. 518 watt hours of power in a 13-pound package. At 13 pounds, guys, it's a nice and still lightweight and capable of being carried around. It does have a flashlight. The flashlight on this does 2 modes, single brightness and SOS pattern. With it, it's going to take you about 5.5 hours to fully charge this device on a wall plug through the DC outlet. It'll be the same amount of charge time in your cigarette car lighter and your car if you wanted to. Now, we're going to zoom on in and bring you guys in a little bit closer, and then we're going to wonder why my camera is not moving, but we'll pop around and we'll come over here. Why is that camera not moving? Anybody? Anybody? No? I'm trying to figure it out. Bear with me, everybody. My camera quit. Let's start that back up. Let's do this. Right. I am not sure what's going on here. Bear with me, everybody. We have a technical glitch on the camera side. So we did lose the camera, so bear with me, guys. I'm actually rebooting that camera real quick. Like, it should come back up and we'll be good to go. Now, we are going to talk about the 500 once that camera comes back on. The 500 is actually a really beautiful piece of technology. 5.5 hour charge time is where you're going to be at with most ranges of that device for you guys with this. Now, my camera should be back up and running, so we should be good to go with this, of course, on hand. And we'll zoom on in there. Yeah, please stand by. No, I work and still keep going. We're good. We're good. It's the problem of running multiple cameras by yourself. Sometimes it's super hot in here, so it may be overheating. Now, with the 518 watt hours of power, you have a single AC outlet that does 500 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 1,000 if you truly need. Now, at 1,000 watts, you guys technically could plug in a window AC into this and run off of that. Now, you do have 3 USB-A ports. Those are going to be your 5-volt 2.4 amp plugs. You're also going to have 3 DC output ports, and that's going to be your 12-volt 10 amp plug, and then you're going to have your 6.2 millimeter adapters besides that. Now, on a full charge, you should be able to run a laptop for about 30 hours, or of course that 32-inch flat screen TV for about 7 hours of runtime. If you really want to, though, get that 45-watt mini cooler and run it for 9 hours and keep your food nice and cool. Now, it's not going to be your full house fridge, all right? Just go in there. Now, electric blanket, about 4 hours or so if you want to. But, you guys, this is a nice and beautiful little piece of technology. $499 is your price tag on this device. There's a $100 clippable coupon, so it brings it down to $399. At $399, the 518 watt hours of power is a perfect backup or road trip or emergency system. This would be great for even a bug out bag. Now, maybe a little bit heavier than most people want in a bug out bag, but it will do well for you guys in those situations without a problem. And I really like that one. At 518 watt hours of power, I can run pretty much whatever I want, from a CPAP machine all night to, of course, camping lights or my phones. I know my cameras are hot because I'm hot. I'm just saying it. Any questions? Now, we do have the 1000 V2 sitting next to it. Now, the 1000 V2 is another little beautiful piece of technology. Now, this is coming in at $799, but there's a $300 clippable coupon. When you put that $300 clippable coupon, you're saving yourself some money. Now, with it, 1,070 watt hours of power in a package of this size. Now, what do I mean by this size? Well, it's only 24 pounds. At 24 pounds, I could carry that without a problem and even take it into a campsite if I have to hike it in. Now, with this device, you do have 3 AC outlets. Those AC outlets are going to do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 3,000. That means technically you could plug in 1,150 watt window AC or 10,000 BTU window AC and run that off of this device. Now, you do have 2 USB-C ports. One's a 100 watt port, one's a 30 watt port. You also have that USB-A 18 watt port and that 12 volt 10 amp plug. Now, on the opposite side, above the 3 AC outlets, you do have, of course, that beautiful flashlight that does low light mode, high light mode, and, of course, SOS pattern if you truly want to. Now, with this, you have a 2-hour charge rate on fast charge mode, or if you put it in, of course, emergency charge rate, 1 hour is your charge time, which is actually a nice charge time. When fully charged, you should be able to run a majority of devices from your laptop, about 14 charges, 20 drone batteries, or your standard Starlink system, about 10 hours. If you guys want to use the Starlink Mini, about up to about 29 hours with that. 45 watt mini fridge, about 14 hours. You guys can do a Wi-Fi router for about a week. That's right, a week runtime. If you want to, chainsaws, mini drills, and of course electric drills and circular saws, anywhere from 50 to 60 minutes is going to be your range of time with that. That 45 watt house fan, like the tower fan I'm using right now, about 23 hours of runtime if you truly need. Electric blankets, heated grills, of course coffee makers, and CPAP machines can all be ran off of this without an issue. Your electric blanket's about 12 hours. Your electric grill, though, 55 minutes. It should be long enough to cook a steak or, of course, some eggs for breakfast, or just get you through that quick little snack if you want to. Plug in your Blackstone electric grill and hibachi up some fried rice, and then just have some fun with this. At 24 pounds, guys, this is a great little piece. You guys can do a 100-watt movie projector for about an hour. Rice cooker, about 3 hours of runtime with that. Now, you can get it by itself with, of course, that $300 clippable coupon, or you can get it with, of course, a 200-watt solar panel. Now, that's going to be a $1,300 price tag, but there's a $550 clippable coupon on the cart for you. So if you guys go onto the Amazon page and choose the devices, you'll see those clippable coupons. It says apply a coupon. It's in bright green. Apply that coupon, and you're going to save yourself a wide variety of prices with this. So 1000 V2, guys, is an amazing little piece of technology. Now, we're going to move over to its big brother, the 2000 V2. Whoa, that camera is definitely not happy. This is the 2000 V2, the big brother. Now, this is a 40-pound package. At 39 pounds, you're going to have a nice, beautiful system that's going to do well for you guys. Now, 2,042 watt-hours of power, has 3 AC outlets. Now, those 3 AC outlets are going to do 2,200 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 4,400 if you truly need that little extra power to go. Now, with this system, you still have those 2 USB-C ports and the USB-A port. The USB-C ports are going to do, of course, 100 watts and 30 watts. That means the 100 watts is going to be great for your MacBook Airs, your MacBook Pros. That 30 watts is going to be good for your little Samsung phones or smaller powered devices. Now, that's actually a nice range of technology. Now, with, of course, the 2000 V2 version 2, it's made with what's called cell-to-body technology. It's going to have, of course, a cell system that holds the lithium LiFePO4 cells. Now, it looks like a beehive, guys. It's going to have little round holes that holds the cells. It means it can actually be built quicker, and, of course, it's going to be, of course, more protectant of the cells. It also means it's going to cut down the weight of the system as well, which is amazing with this. Now, Charge Shield 2.0 means you guys can have it fully charged in emergency situations in 1 hour if you needed to, but standard 2-hour charge time on a wall plug. Can still be used as a UPS with that 20 milliseconds of switchover, but will do well for you. It's approximately 13 inches by 10 inches deep by, I think, 11.5 inches tall with the handle down. Now, you guys could run a desktop PC for about 12 hours off of this if you wanted to, or about 2 hours with your crock pots. Now, you guys could even do, let's say, your electric drill for about 8 hours. If you want to do a vacuum cleaner for 2.5 hours, be my guest, go ahead and do it. Microwave, 1.5 hours. 150-watt water pump, about 11 hours. If you really need to, though, go up and grab that 50-watt laptop and go all day. That means you guys are working and you're not missing, of course, those little work of streams. $1,499 is your price tag before the clippable coupon. There is a $500 clippable coupon on the 2000 V2 for you guys, and you can save an extra few bucks. But if you want the 2000 V2 with 2 of the 200-watt solar panels, $2,500 is your price before the clippable coupon. There is a $900 clippable coupon. The moment you have those 2 solar panels, guys, 5 hours is your charge time with just 2 panels. That's actually not that bad, but you can have up to 6 panels on this device. The moment you add 6 panels, guys, 2 hours is your charge time. 1 second, everybody. Now, 2 panels. It's the 200-watt bifacial, guys, solar panels, foldable with, of course, all of the technologies you could ever want. It is a great, great kit. Get the system by itself. Get it with, of course, the solar panels. That's up to you. Pick and choose, guys, and make your choices. I'm just here to guide you along the way. And I'm always going to tell you, though, I go with the kits. Now, it's cool having just the system that can charge off a wall plug. What's better is having a solar panel setup so I don't have to pay the electric company every time I charge it. I can be honest with you guys. All of these systems you see behind me, I have to charge them on my wall plug, so I know what my electric bill is. All right? Having the solar panels would be amazing. Now, I do have the solar panels personally. I live in a 4th floor apartment with no balcony, so I can't technically charge them like I would like to. But they do come in handy. I did take, of course, I believe it was the original 2000 camping with me one time to Hershey Park, and we used it all weekend without a problem. So great little options and amazing little pieces. Now let's see if we can get that. Camera's working still. All right, cool. We're going to move over to the 3000 Pro. Travel Diva, how you been doing though, by the way? What's new with you? Now, the 3000 Pro kit is what we're going to talk about. Now, normally a $4,000 price tag. It's about $36.99 before the $1,500 clippable coupon. And there is a $1,500 clippable coupon for the Amazon customers out there. So, guys, that's going to bring it down to a great price point. I think like $21.99 for you. So, at $2,199, you're going to get this piece and 2 of the 200-watt solar panels. Now, this, of course, is their largest standalone system. Now, Phil is in the house. He's probably here to make fun of me, but that's okay. I'm not just going to ignore him. What's up, Phil? 3,000 and, of course, 24 watt-hours of power in a 64-pound package. That has 2 large 3-inch wheels and an aluminum telescopic handle that can be folded and put away for you. Now, with this device, you just have 5 AC outlets that do 3,000 watts of pure sound wave power, but can peak at 6,000, just like the 2000 Plus. You have 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, 100-watt ports, and, of course, 18-watt ports. 2.5 hours is your charge time on a wall plug if you want to charge it that way. 3.5 hours with 6 of the 200-watt panels. When fully charged, you should be able to run a 60-watt flat screen TV for about 35 hours. That's going to be like your 32-inch to 40-plus inch TV. Now, if you want to do your 520-watt refrigerator, about 5 hours is your runtime. Or if you need to be like Phil and need that AC going in New Jersey, 3 hours is your runtime, and that's where it's at. Now, because it is over 3 kilowatts of hour power, guys, you unlock that 30% tax credit that you guys can reach out to your residential clean energy credit program. With this device, you guys can run more pieces than that. You could do that 800-watt house oven for about 3 hours. If you want to do the welding machine, you guys can do a TIG welder for about a little over an hour and 10 minutes. That's actually a decent runtime with that much power. It's a crazy amount of power to be able to run for that time. 32 hours with the 60-watt water pump. That's going to be the same with your 60-watt electric air pumps as well. Angle grinders, lawnmowers, leaf blowers, 101 cell phone charges. Guys, 70 drone batteries, 6 hours with an inverter heater. Or if you really want to do a movie night out back watching all of the Lord of the Rings, 21 hours is your runtime on that 100-watt movie projector. Now, some of you may have a more powerful movie projector like me. My short throw is a very, very powerful projector. An amazing little piece, guys, right there that's going to do well for you if you need a system like this and still has full app control. There you go, 3000 Pro. Now, we're going to talk about, I believe, the 600 plus systems. I'm not sure. I'm going to check something real quick, though. No. All right, we're going to show you guys the 600 plus pretty quickly, but we are going to show it to you. Now, the 600 plus is a really cool little station that's only 16 pounds. At 16 pounds, you have a nice little system that, of course, if I can get the camera to go, 632 watt-hours of power. Now, at 632 watt-hours of power, you have 2 AC outlets that do 800 watts of pure sound wave power can peak at $1,600 if you really need to. Now, with it, you do have the two USB-C ports, the USB-A ports, and of course that flashlight that can be worked by the phone. On the opposite side is that 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug as well. Now, on a full charge, it's going to take you less than 2 hours to get it charged if you want to, but if you have two of the 100-watt solar panels, 4 hours is your charge time with this system. Now, it does have Charge Shield 2.0, and it was actually one of the first with that system to be built in. It's also one of the first systems to come with the 100-watt bifacial solar panel. This 100-watt solar panel is now the new standard of solar panels. 6 hours is your runtime on a mini fridge, 7 laptop charges if you want to. Now, the 600 Plus can do more than that. 520-watt refrigerator should be able to run for about an hour or so, or 8 hours with your TV. For those of you that want to do 10-watt Bluetooth speakers, about 36 hours is your runtime out back in that beautiful little party. 13 cell phone charges, 7 laptop charges. If you want to do, let's say, DSLR batteries, your 8.5-watt batteries, 27 batteries is your charge rate with that. This is a beautiful little piece that will do well. It's the lightweightness of this. I mean, literally it's 16 pounds. You guys can carry this pretty much wherever you truly need. Now, if you want to run, let's say, a 15-watt small mini fan, 32 hours is your runtime. Your 60-watt refrigerator, about 6 hours, or your 100-watt movie projector, over 6 hours as well. 600 Plus, guys, is an amazing piece, and of course, if you want it by itself, you can do that, or get it with this beautiful solar panel that, of course, has kickstands and is bifacial. Now, we're going to get into the solar panel in a few minutes, so that's why we're not really going full bore into it. What? Yeah, you heard me correctly. Now, technically, we have about 10 minutes left of this show. We're going to try and come through a bunch of this. We're just going to jump to the 1000 Plus, guys. Now, I'm going to show you guys the 1000 Plus kit. We're going to talk about all three packages. We have the 1000 Plus by itself. We have the 1000 Plus and two of the 200-watt solar panels. But we also have the 1000 Plus kit. Now, the 1000 Plus kit's where it's at. We're going to talk about that kit right there. Now, by itself, 1264 watt hours of power. 1264 watt hours of power is a beautiful amount of power. You add that battery inside a kit and you got 2,528 watt hours of power. You have 3 AC outlets. Those 3 AC outlets are going to do, of course, 2,000 watts of pure sound wave power. Can peak at 4,000 if you really need to. That's for you guys that need that power, right? Multiple devices, let it go. 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts max charging capability and 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max charging capability. On the opposite side is that 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug and that flashlight. Now, with the battery, you just doubled your runtime, and this system can allow for, of course, 3 batteries. When you add 3 batteries, you have 5 kilowatts of hour power. The moment you have 2 batteries plus the system, you have 3,000 kilowatts of hour power, which means you unlock that tax credit, and you guys will have to reach out to them about that. 2 hours is your charge time on a wall plug by itself if you need. Quick charge time, guys, not super long for this. 7 hours in the car if you want to, guys, that's where you're at. You should be able to run a coffee maker for about an hour and a half or an electric grill for about an hour, and that's going to be like your 900-watt grills, all right? Lawnmowers, leaf eaters, you guys can do 1150-watt window AC for about an hour as well. You guys can do leaf blowers. You guys can even do 96 hours with a little 5-watt lamp. This thing can run so much more without a problem. You add that battery, you're doubling your runtime. You're tripling it. You're quadrupling it. You see where I'm going here. This is a nice little system. By itself, it's about 32 pounds. Add that battery, it's about 60 pounds total weight. Add, of course, solar panels, and you're almost there to have a full charge. Add 4 of those panels, and you're beautifully well off. This is an amazing little system that's going to do well for you guys with all of the protections that you could ever need in a system. 1000 Plus, guys, at $2,099. That is your price tag for the kit, but there is a $400 clippable coupon. If you want the system with just 2 of the solar panels, I believe that's about $1,500, and there's a $200 clippable coupon for that as well. Now, you guys can also do, let's say, the system by itself without the solar panels, and that's going to be approximately like, I think like $1,000 for that one. So that's where it's at. Now we are going to talk about the 5,000 plus. You have a question about what? Which question? We're going to talk about the 5,000 plus system, guys. This is, of course, their newest system. Now, this is a beautiful, beautiful piece right there. 5,040 watt hours of power in a beautiful package of 132 pounds. Now, 132 pounds, you're probably thinking it's not that easy to move around. Well, technically, yes, it actually is. It's got a nice large handle and wheels that's going to allow you to tip it, roll it, and pretty much move whatever you need, how you need to do. The system is about $3,500 by itself, and it does pack quite a punch. It's going to do very well for a lot of people, and that's actually the cool part with this. Now, you have, of course, multiple points of connections on this device, and we're going to move on in, and we're going to fix the camera because the camera's wonky right now. On the front, you have two USB-C ports. Those are 100-watt capable charging ports. You also have two USB-A ports at 18 watts max charging capability. And you also have 4 AC outlets. Those 4 AC outlets are going to do, of course, 7,200 watts of charging capability through that. You do have the 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug and that beautiful screen with that. Okay, well, I was here to answer questions. We're going to move it around. Now, 132 pounds, yes, you guys can roll it around just like that and have access to this. Now, I'm going to move the light down so you guys can actually see this a little bit better. And we're going to talk about the multiple points of connection. Hello, how are you doing? On this side, now I'm not sure why it looks a little bit dark, but you guys are going to notice the NEMA 14-30 and the NEMA 14-50. Those two NEMA plugs are 120 volt, 240 volt charging capability. They're a dual voltage system. You also have an AC expansion port right here that's going to allow you to connect up the STS, the ATS, or the MTS systems. That's your smart transfer switch, your manual transfer switch, or of course your standard transfer switches. So it's kind of cool with that. The 14-30 and the 14-50 guys will allow you to plug in, let's say, your electric EV cars, your washers and dryers, and other pieces like that. So they do have those connections. You guys can actually plug in your large dryers into this system. On the opposite side, on the bottom, you have a DC expansion port. The DC expansion port on the bottom is, of course, meant for your battery expansion ports. And the 5,000 plus system can actually have 5 batteries total. At 5 batteries, you're going to have 30 kilowatts of hour power. And at 30 kilowatts of hour power, guys, you have an amazing little system. Now, above this, you're going to have this nice little cover. And this cover is going to have, of course, your DC plugs. Those are going to be your low power solar array plugs. And over here, you're going to have your high power solar array plugs. I know it's kind of hard to see those, but they are there for you. This device can charge 4 different ways. First and foremost is going to be your standard low power voltage solar array. 1,200 watts of charge rate. At 1,200 watts, it's going to take you a little bit of a while to actually charge this system. And that's just the way it's going to be. But you guys can change the way you charge that if you want to. At 1,200 watts, it's going to take about 5 hours to charge this system. If you want to, though, if you use the standard wall plug, the AC outlet 3-prong, that's going to pull in about 1,800 watts of charge rate at 3.5 hours. Fully charged, you're good to go. But it can do 2 different high power charging systems. First and foremost is going to be your high PV, your high power voltage solar arrays, your 4,000 watt solar arrays. A little over an hour and a half is going to be your charge time with that. And that's actually really quick charge time for the amount of power that this system has. If you want to, though, guys, use that smart transfer switch that connects up to your power grid that comes off your power pole from your electric company onto your house. It will allow for 4,000 watts of charge rate through that as well. That means you guys have, of course, an hour and a half or a little over an hour and a half to charge this. The system, of course, if you want, or you guys can get it with the solar panel, or you guys can get the full kit. The 5,000 kit is what I'm going to gear you towards. Now, $5,999 before the $1,000 clip of coupon. Use that $1,000 clip of coupon, $4,999. You're going to get the 5,000 plus to the 500 watt solar panels and of course the smart transfer switch. Now the smart transfer switch has 12 individual electric circuit breakers that when paired up can run of course your circuits in your house off of it. Now this system actually is of course smart controlled, which means works with the app. Inside the app, guys, you can actually see your generation of power from the solar array or your generation of power from your power grid. It'll also show you guys the consumption from your power grid and your solar grid either way. Now it also works with what's called real-time generating performance to show you guys the peak charge times and small charge times. It will also allow you to optimize your scheduling for energy savings. So what does energy saving mean? That technically means like your electric company will charge you a higher rate during peak hours. So during peak hours is probably like from 4 in the afternoon to 9 at night when most people are awake, doing their homework, cooking for their kids, watching TV. During those times, your electric company is going to charge you a higher charge rate. This system will allow you to figure out that charge time and allow you to run off the battery system instead of your electric grid. And then when it goes to off-peak hours, it will allow you to charge the system and run your devices off your house that way, which is kind of cool that it can actually do this. This is the first of the Jackery products that has what's called a 0 milliseconds of switchover. That 0 milliseconds UPS switchover means you have uninterrupted power supply with no droppage. This is great for data centers. It's also great for like fish tanks. It's great for your medical devices and all of those in between. Now, that's actually really, really cool that they can actually do this. It is a LiFePO 4 cell system. It, of course, has that CTB, cell-to-body technology for the protections. Has, of course, 10-year battery lifespan, about 4,000 charge cycles. And then after that, 10 years is going to be about 70 to 80% battery capacity left for this. When fully charged device by itself, you should be able to run, let's say the 60-watt flat screen TV. A 60-watt flat screen TV should give you about 2 days of runtime on the system. 4 days with the smaller fridge. 2 hours with your central AC, so your large central ACs. 2 hours of runtime. 3 hours with your house dryer. That's a lot of power for a house dryer. Now, if you want to, though, guys, let's just go here. By itself, you should be able to run your house for at least probably a day, right? But the moment you start adding batteries, you should be able to run it for longer periods of time without an issue. With, of course, the 5 batteries, that's, of course, 30 kilowatts of hour power. 30 kilowatts of hour power, you should be able to run your house for at least 5 days. You don't have to just run the 5,000 by itself. You guys can run it in parallel with the second 5,000. The moment you run it in parallel with the second 5,000, you can have 10 batteries. You have 10 batteries, that's 60 kilowatts of hour power. At 60 kilowatts of hour power, that is a large system that is meant for running off of the grid. You don't have to, do the grid. You don't have to do all of that. So if you guys need 5,000 plus, is definitely a system to check out. Now what we're going to show you guys, the 500 watt panel right here. Now this is the 500X. The 500X is a newer solar panel. It's approximately $999. It is, of course, 98 inches long. Does need to be put together. And it does weigh approximately, a little over 15 pounds. All right, just going to go there. Now with this, it is a bifacial solar panel. Bifacial, it charges from both sides. It's going to do about 25% efficiency, including low light settings. Now, in normal light settings, you're going to get max charge rate through this, right? So in low light settings, you'll still get about 25% efficiency, which is amazing. Now, 98 inches long, 40 inches wide by about 3 inches when folded up, which is not that bad. When completely folded, it's about 39 inches to about 20 inches wide by about 3.5 inches thick, which is cool. Right here, you guys can see it set up. And it is 5 different panels, which is actually amazingly well done. That is about a $1,000 solar panel. You can actually get a couple of those solar panels in that kit with that. Now, that's actually cool. 500 watts. It is made from 6 85-watt solar panels. And that's actually really, really amazing little piece. So if you guys need 500X, definitely worth checking out. Now, we're also going to show you guys the Mini 40. Now, the Mini 40 is a cool little piece. Fully waterproof, water resistant, 23% efficiency in converting light to power in low light settings. 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, half-inch thick. At a half-inch thick at its thickest point, this is the size of a 3-ring binder. That means you guys could put it in a backpack and your kids wouldn't even know that they were carrying it on a hiking trip. What? Yeah, you heard me. Now, it is, of course, a trifold design, but it has quad panels. IP68 rating, so fully waterproof, water resistant, just like the last panel. Can be left out in harsh and wet weather, and it's not going to damage this system. Now, this is a beautiful monocrystalline solar cell. Monocrystalline solar cell is going to do well for you guys in converting that power. This is perfectly paired with most of the smaller systems, from the 100 plus up to the 300 plus systems. This will do well. 40 watts of charge rate, and it is an amazing little piece. $99 is the price tag for this. That's a 23% savings for a panel of this style. So if you guys are looking, check it out. You won't be disappointed with this whatsoever. Now, I believe we have the 100 Prime next. Now, the 100 Prime is a cool one. The 100 Prime is a DIY system. Now, what do I mean by DIY? DIY means it's mountable. You guys can mount it and fix it however you want. This is a full glass panel. It's not like, you know, the flimsy style like we were just showing you. Now, I don't mean flimsy in a bad way. I mean, that's flexible, can be moved and positioned in places. This is glass. You need to be careful with glass. You don't want to break it. Now, I've dropped this once in here. Just be careful. 25% efficiency in converting light to power in low light settings. Fully metal housing all the way around for this system. Now, IP68 rating, which means you guys can leave it out in the rain and not worry about it. The aluminum housing on the back has 12 pre-drilled holes, so you guys can mount it with the brackets it comes with. And it does come with 4 mounting brackets. It does have, of course, a 10-foot cable that's pre-built on with an Anderson clip system. The Anderson clip cabling also has an adapter for the 8020 adapter DC plug. Now, this system, of course, is going to come in, and I think it's like $194 tonight, which is a great price point. And $194, that's a phenomenal solar panel. It's going to do, of course, 100 watts of charge rate at 18 volts. You can't go wrong with that. You guys can link that up with as many of them as you want. With that, you guys can mount them to the roof of your house. Now, to get the full benefits of a bifacial solar panel, you need to have it at least a 20-degree angle. That way you can get that bouncing charge back and forth. You have to have it. That's the way it's going to work. Now, we also have the 100-watt solar panel in the today, guys. Now, this is, of course, the 100 bifacial solar panel. The 100-watt Solar Saga. Now, this is, of course, got kickstands. The kickstands are beautifully well done. It has, of course, these nice little rings. Bifacial. It's got 2 sides. Now, this is kind of cool. It's got these beautiful clasps that you guys can unclasp and open up. When you're going to be greeted, you're going to be greeted with the blue side. The blue side is the back side. The inside, of course, the black side is going to be the side that you guys can actually show, and we'll get the most light for this. Now, that's actually kind of cool. Now, when you pop this up with this, you guys can see how large this solar panel truly is. This is a large solar panel. This is an amazing little solar panel that's going to do very, very well for you guys. Now, at the price point, it does do beautifully well for you. Fully waterproof, water resistant with an IP68 rating. The IP68 rating is an amazing rating with this. Now, I love this piece. This is perfectly paired with pretty much any system that you see here. Now, the bigger systems, you may want a bigger solar panel, but this could work on it. And it does come with the 10-foot cable, so you don't have to worry about it. But the IP68 rating, guys, means you guys can leave it out in the snow. It's not going to hurt it. You can leave it out in the rain. It's not going to hurt it. Just make sure you tie it down so it doesn't fly away like a kite. You do not want it to fly away like a kite, guys. So that's just one of those things. And that's why they add these eye ringlets, these pressed rings on here. Tie it down, and you don't have to worry about it. Bifacial, beautiful, 25% efficiency, guys, converting light to power. I love this new 100-watt panel. Let's check, see if I missed anything. Any questions? What's up, Justin? I see you up. Oh, no. Hey, you're in private chat. Never mind. I thought you were in chat down here. Any questions, guys, before we continue? I'm going to check all of the chats, make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, I see you. I see you, buddy. I see you. Oh, it is so hot in this house. I'm just going to tell you guys now. All right, guys, we have one more panel to show you guys. This is a video. This is a large panel. I show you guys this video on purpose because this panel is actually 21 pounds and it is very, very large everywhere. I feel you, buddy. Feel you. This is the 200 watt Solar Saga solar panel. Now, IP68 rating, just like the rest, fully waterproof, water resistant. This is a large, large system, monocrystalline solar cell. It does about 24.5% efficiency in converting light to power. How much power do you need to... how much power do you need to run a laptop for 40 hours and charge a 60 watt battery? Probably a lot. I would recommend either the 2000 plus with extra batteries or the 5000 plus with a couple batteries. Would be my recommendation. Now, the problem with that is, Leslie, it really depends on the laptop that you're using. So let's say you're using a smaller like notebook, which is like maybe a 40 to 80 watt laptop. If you're using, let's say, an Asus or something, an Asus, guys, that's going to be a really, really powerful. So it really just depends on the laptop. So that's... I don't know what the Dell Vorsta 16-inch. I'm going to say that's probably an 80 watt laptop. I'm going to say that's not a gaming laptop, so I'm really not sure. It's a good question. There is a math that you can actually do to figure it out, but let's see here. I'm trying to see. That's a good question. I would say that's probably about a 90 watt draw, maybe about 80 to 90 watt draw. So it's really going to depend, but I would definitely recommend like the 2000 plus kit with the battery, or I would say like the 5000 plus. Okay, 65 watts. So yeah, you can definitely, I would definitely recommend one of the larger ones. It's going to take a lot. I mean, if you're trying to run for 40 plus hours, how big of a battery? So I can kind of show you. Let's jump cameras. That's not the camera I want. So this is the 5000 plus. That's over 5040 watt hours of power. Now that's a big system. This system's more geared towards connecting up to your whole household. So you guys can actually mount this to your house if you want to. And that can actually have 5 batteries. So you can actually connect up to 5 batteries, which will give you 30 kilowatts of hour power. Sheila, hello. How are you doing? Technically, if you wanted to, you guys can even use what's called a high power voltage array, which is like your high power solar arrays. So you guys can never have to use the power grid whatsoever if you wanted. If this is a little bit too large of a system, you can definitely do, let's say, jump over here and we'll move over to this side. And this is going to be like the 2000 plus system right here. And that would be the battery above it. So that's going to be, again, that's about 4000 plus watt hours. So it really just depends which system you're really looking for. So, yeah, right there. Justin, thank you, Justin. Yeah, the 3000 Pro would probably give you a few. 3000 Pro would definitely do it too. And that's the system sitting right next to it. Let's see if I can actually click it in my carousel. Yeah, Leslie, I'm going to always tell you to go with like the kits, like go with the 4000 plus kit. Or if you want to go with like the 5000, you have the expandability with that. Now, you could go with the 1000 plus. That can allow up to 3 batteries. It's just the expandability with those. So if you're looking to try and run for longer periods of time, I'm going to always gear you towards like the expandability with the extra ports. So And that definitely, like Justin's saying, it will depend on like if you have a large solar array. So like the 2000 plus and the 3000 Pro can actually have up to 1200 watts of charge rate through 6 of the 200-watt panels. Now the 5000 plus system can actually go all the way up to 4000 watts of charge rate depending on the solar array you have. If you're using the lower power solar arrays, it's going to be about 1200 watts. If you use the high power solar array, it's going to be about 4000 watts of charge rate. And so it's a large variety and changeability through that. And I will always tell you as well. So the runtimes that we give you are on single devices. The moment you start adding extra devices, your runtimes will change. Just the same, if you guys are taking out more power than you're charging inwards, you're not going to run constantly endless. If you are pulling in more solar array than you're taking out of power, you're going to run constantly. What a 2000 with the 200-watt solar panel let me work 8 days. That's you'd probably with just a laptop, probably. As long as it's just a laptop, it's sunny. The 200 watt would do well. Now the 200 plus, if you're talking about like the 2000 V2, which is on deal, the 2000 V2 is an amazing little system right there. So that's a nice smaller system. It's still got 2042 watt hours of power. It will definitely give you over 8 hours of runtime. And if you buy anything over $1,000 tonight, there is a discount code that can give you an extra 5% off with that as well. So let me post that over here. So that's the discount code that you can use when purchasing one of the larger arrays. Yeah, the 2000 V2 would do well with that, and you can actually have more than just one 200-watt solar panel. Now, the 200-watt solar panel can do approximately 24% efficiency. You can technically put the 500-watt panel on that. It'll give you about 25% efficiency in low light settings. Low light settings are going to be like gray, overcast skies, or it's going to be like slight rain. Dark, cloudy, really rainy. Of course, your charge rate's going to just be a little bit different. Hey, thanks, Justin. Yeah, so like, I mean, you can get 12 hours of runtime on a 200-watt desktop PC off of the 2000s. So it's going to do well for you. So at 200 watts, you're not even pulling that, so you're going to get longer runtime with that. Technically, I can tell you, Leslie, there is a math calculator over on Jackery that can actually help you with that too as well. So, any more questions, guys? I know we have over 1,500 people in here watching, so hey, no problem. That's why we're here. I'm definitely here to help guide you towards the device that you truly want. So, any more questions? Yeah, or you can do what Justin said. You could do the math if you really want to. I just like using the calculator. All right, let's make sure there's no more questions. We're probably about 20 minutes over our time slot. Fernando, I do apologize. We had a bunch of questions pop up on our other side. All right, Fernando, anything else you want me to show? Justin, anything you want me to circle back to before we go? Oh, anytime, Leslie. I'm glad we could help you out. There is a bunch. Like I said, I pretty much have every system they have, so. So we do have a lot of systems. There's a wide variety of systems. Like the 1000 plus can add batteries. You even have the mini systems, which are great for camping, hiking, and everything, which is kind of cool. So. All right, guys, we're going to call it a show. It looks like we're at the end of our time slot, it looks like. So, hey, it's one of them things. Unless they want me to show some more. I'm going to wait and see if I get the final reply. But cool little pieces. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, if you guys are looking for a nice little mini one, check this out. This is kind of cool. This is a really, really cool one. This is an amazing little piece, guys. 2.2 pounds. You guys can take it pretty much anywhere. This will allow you to run and charge a lot of different things. 99 watt hours power, 31,000 milliamps, guys. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal product. So if you guys want a nice little portable one, the 100 plus is cool. So great little piece. Now, I'm going to always, hey, great things. Now, I'm going to talk about the banners, guys. 5% off discount code, anything over $1,000 of Jackery products you guys purchase tonight. Might as well take advantage of that. That's our gift to you for hanging out, checking out the shows, and doing this with us. We also have that banner sitting down there, guys. We have the 300 station for about $169. We also have the 2000 the 2000 plus and 200 watt solar panels for $18.99. We also have, I believe it's the 300 and the 100 watt solar panel for $299 as well. So a bunch of great deals, guys. Always remember, the products in the carousels, if you click it, there may be a clippable coupon on Amazon for you, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I'm good with that. Totally good with that. We can go back. Yeah, cool. All right. Hey, we're not going. We're going to show you guys some more stuff. Let's go back to the 300. This is the Jackery Explorer 300. Now, the 300, 293 watt hours of power. At 293 watt hours of power, guys, this is a $169 price tag. This is a very, very beautiful little piece. 35% off tonight. 293 watt hours of power in an 8-pound package. Now, technically, it's 7.1 pounds, but I always round it up a little. It is lightweight and very versatile. This technically can run your CPAP machine for at least 6 hours with the heated hose. Without the heated hose, you may get a longer runtime off of this. Now, it does have dual USB-A ports, 5 volt, 2.4 amps. It also has the USB-C port right here. Now, this USB-C port is actually really, really cool. 60 watt bi-directional. This device will take about 3.5 hours to fully charge on a wall plug by itself off the DC port. 2 hours if you pair it with the USB-C port. Has dual AC outlets. Now, the dual AC outlets are going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 500 if you really need to. Now, with it, it has a nice little beautiful display that does light up and show you guys about 67% battery. Now, it also has a 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug down here as well. On a full charge, you should be able to run a Nintendo Switch for approximately 40 hours, which is kind of cool. Now, you guys could also do 15 camera batteries, about 6 drone batteries. It is lightweight and portable. The device by itself, like I said, $169. This is a great price point. You can run a mini cooler for about 4.5 hours. You can run a 32-inch flat screen TV for 4.5 hours. Trevor, Happy New Year's, buddy. What's up, my friend? 4 laptop charges, guys. About 12, 13 plus phone charges is where we're going to go. We're going to probably say about 15 technically if you really wanted to. This is an amazing little piece that's quite portable. At $169, it is a great weight. You guys can sit here and do arm curl. No, you don't have to work out with this. This is meant for charging devices. Now, if I really wanted to, I can actually do this, and I can grab my other station, and I can recharge my mini station off of this, just like that. So that's all you would do to hook it up and connect it up. It is a very simplified little piece. Now, the cool part about this is Jackery makes sure that you guys have all of the charging systems and cables that you could ever want with it. It comes with the cabling kit. It'll come with a wall plug, or it'll come with a cigarette lighter plug, or it'll come with a solar array charging cable plug. At $169, that is a great price tag. Now, we were talking about the 2000 plus system. Now, we're going to talk about the 2000 plus with solar panels. Now, this is a 42% savings, guys, for the 2000 with solar panels. Now, hopefully I can get it to click on properly. Let's go back here and let's pop back to the table. So let's go in and let's show you guys right here. Whoa, that camera went way in. It's definitely hot. Now, this is the 2000 plus system. Now, the 2000 plus system is 2042 watt hours of power in a 63 pound package. At 63 pounds, they actually did something really cool, and we're going to shut that off. we're going to show you guys. It has 2 large 3-inch wheels. Those 3-inch wheels are going to allow you to tip it over, roll it around, and take it pretty much across any surface that you want. Now, on the front of this, it has 5 AC outlets. 4 of those are your standard 3-prong American AC outlets that do 3,000 watts of pure sound wave power, can peak at 6,000. Then you have that NEMA plug that does, of course, the same amount of power with this. You have 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports. The USB-C ports are 100-watt ports. The USB-A ports are, of course, 18-watt ports. Now, above that is that 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug. This system is actually coming with 2 solar panels for $1,899. At $1,899, it is a 42% savings. If you had 6 of those 200-watt panels, 2 hours would be your charge time. On a wall plug, standard wall plug, 2 hours is your charge time with this system. Now, on this fully charged system, you should be able to run a 200-watt desktop PC for 12 hours. You guys could do a 520-watt refrigerator for about an hour if you wanted to as well. 60-watt devices, let's say a 60-watt device, you should be able to get about 26 hours of runtime off a 60-watt device without a problem. Now, you guys would even be able to do about 14 to 15 hours of runtime off a 100-watt movie projector on this. You guys could even do, let's say, 1150-watt window AC for 2 hours. 60 cell phone chargers. That's going to be like your 29-watt, 4200 milliamp phones. That's like your Samsungs. Now, you guys could even do 45 drone batteries. Or if you want to, go outside and weld in the shop for about a half hour. You can weld off of this, a welding machine. Hey, thanks, Phil. What's up, buddy? Electric grills, angle grinders, guys. This has it all. This is a great little piece. Now, with the solar panels, this is a great price point. But I'm going to tell you guys, get the kit. Get the 4000 kit. Always going to gear you towards the 4000 kit. The 4000 kit's going to be the station you see there, the battery sitting above it, and 2 solar panels. It's 40% off today before that 5% code that you guys can use that we have. So at 40% off, it's $2,999, normally a $5,000 price tag. You just doubled your battery. It's got, of course, a battery with this kit. 4,085 watt hours of power with the battery, which means you just doubled your runtime. You guys can run that 200-watt desktop PC, guys, for 24 plus hours, right? You guys could even do, let's say, the 52 hours on that 60-watt devices. You can even do your hairdryer for 2 hours. This would run quite a bit. Now, the 2000 plus system, guys, can add up to 5 batteries total. When you have 5 batteries total, you have 12 kilowatts of hour power. The 2000 plus system can run in parallel with the second 2000 plus. You guys can add 10 batteries total, have 24 kilowatts of hour power. That is a very versatile system. That system will do well for you guys and save you quite a bit of hassle. It's got multiple points of connections and very easily usable. Now, the one thing I don't talk about a lot is the app. And I'm going to show you guys the app control real quick, and we'll kind of turn on a system back here so I can load the app up. So, the app, iOS or Android base, and it's going to allow you to control all of these devices. Now, it's going to load up, it's going to say Jackery, and then it's of course going to pop up. I have the 3000 Pro, and I have the 2000 V2. If I pop over there, you guys can actually see the 2000 V2 is pairing up to the Bluetooth. It's going to show you guys I have about 15% battery. It's also going to show you guys the AC and DCs. If I hit the flashlight on the actual device, you're going to see the flashlight come on behind me. If I hit highlight, it'll go up even brighter, or hit SOS pattern. This will work with the same on the 2000 plus that we're showing you guys. So it will turn on all of the switches. So if I want to turn on the DC plug, I hit the DC plug. That's simple. The app is very, very user friendly and very acceptable for a lot of you guys. So really cool little piece right there. Bunch of great options, bunch of great price points. You guys can get the 2000 plus by itself for about $14.99. At $14.99, you have a phenomenal product. Get the kits. I'm just going to say, get the kit. You have a well-rounded pieces. You're going to come with the solar panels, the battery, the station, or you guys can just get the station and the solar panels. That's up to you. But when having the extra pieces, when you have the solar panels, you don't have to pay the electric company, and I like that idea. So guys, any more questions tonight at all? Gonna wait and see if we have any questions. I don't think we have any. Let's make sure that we are good to go if there's no more questions. Phil, how was your New Year's, by the way, buddy? Trevor, how was your New Year's? And I'm not seeing no other questions for the show tonight. All right, with that, guys, we're going to call it a show. We are about an hour and a half into this. We want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Now, remember, give us a follow. Hit that live notification button. You'll know when we come live. And we do have more shows planned to come live and do more stuff for you guys. With that, I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Fernando, thanks for hanging out and allowing me to do these shows. Phil, we'll talk to you later, of course. And Trevor, it's been good seeing you. Travel Diva, hello and good night. All right, guys. Remember, drop a follow. Hit that live notification button. Cost you nothing. That will actually allow you guys to know when we come live. When we're live over here, guys, you'll know when we're here, what we're doing, and how we're doing it. And you guys will see all these deals. Remember, 5% banner if you really want. That banner is, of course, going to be active for the next couple shows that we're going to be doing. And we're going to be having fun. With that, guys, I want to thank everybody for being here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. And we'll see you guys on that next show.
This is Jackery 5000 Plus. The batteries are powered by industry-leading LFP cells arranged in a CTB honeycomb structure. Of course, with no compromise in voltage. It outputs at both 120 and 240 volts to support 99% of household applications. A single unit outputs 7,400 watts. So even your big, power-hungry appliances keep going and going. Not to mention full support for EV charging hubs. Connect up to 10 extra battery packs for a whopping 60 kilowatts.